Hello, and welcome to Apple Blossom and You. I'm your host, Sarah, known as Apple Blossom SF on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm your co-host, Matt, known as Navy1990 on Ravelry and M. Franklin1990 on Instagram.
This podcast is coming with its disclaimer today. I took a Benadryl. I only took one. I'm sleepy. I can't promise what this podcast will be like.
Yeah, the silliness may ensue.
Or I may just lean over and fall asleep.
She falls asleep. We'll edit that. Cut.
All right. So normally I don't do that, but it's hay fever season, and my eyes were itching so bad, I had no choice. I just couldn't stand it. So now that we've inserted our disclaimer, welcome back.
Welcome back
to our new and old friends, returning friends. I shouldn't say old. Old makes you sound
like me.
Old. They're not old. They're our friends.
Long time friends.
Long time friends.
Not old, long time.
Like regular friends or usual friends?
No, not usual.
Because
I know some of our friends out there are unusual.
True. All right.
But we like that. So welcome.
If you're checking us out.
Welcome or welcome back. There we go.
Welcome
we just
or welcome back. You could just say welcome.
Yeah.
Like we normally do.
Yeah.
All right. Now that that is over, let's go ahead and jump into Around the Apple Orchard.
Hey, you got it right this week.
I did. I'm sorry that we didn't put our outtakes in last week. I was not feeling well, and I was tired then too. And they weren't as funny when I went to watch them back. So
yeah, they had to be in context, and
they weren't in context, so we didn't put them in.
No.
Well, this.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the yawning. Sorry. This week was a busy week.
Yes.
We have done a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
A ton of stuff. I baked all the wedding cakes but one. I have one more to bake. I need to attempt to bake it today. I have a 10-inch cake left, and they're all wrapped and in the freezer because that was an easy thing. This is my last week before I have to start the craziness of
decorating. Yeah.
Had I finished the sample cake by last podcast? I don't think so.
Yeah, because we had it for the Bible study.
That's right.
Those 2 weeks.
So I actually baked all the cakes last week. I'm so confused.
Benadryl will do that too.
Yeah. Yes, it will.
Benadryl makes you loopy.
But it works. It's the only allergy medicine that actually works for me. So I have to take it. I usually suffer, but I've been suffering for a few days and I just couldn't stand it anymore.
Well, let's see, starting with Sunday.
I was sick.
You were sick. So I went to church by myself with the girls. Youth group was good. Didn't do much because we were building their calendar of projects for the teens. And by the time we got around to the lesson, we had about half an hour left out of a 2-hour study group. Tuesday, I had my first rehearsal. Got there and found out I've got solo parts in about 5 or 6 songs. So I'm looking forward to that. We practiced our first song, which was a combination of... Oh, darn it. I can't remember.
Carol of the Bells.
Carol of the Bells. Oh, the music's right there. On the other couch. I can't remember.
Not a Holy Night. It's
No.
O Tannenbaum?
No.
Green Sleeves?
You're just like picking Christmas songs out of the air. Stop it.
Does it start with the letter E?
No. Keep talking, I'm thinking.
I can't talk. It's too much
Okay.
pressure.
I don't
I'll
remember.
fall asleep.
I don't remember. But we practiced that Tuesday night and got it all done. I may have Sarah put our preliminary cast picture up in the credits at some point. I got lucky. I'm top riser in the center, so it's easy to find me. I'm not hidden off to the side. But I'm one of the tallest guys there, so that's why they did it. But then we didn't have practice. We were supposed to have rehearsal Wednesday, but that was only if you were in the next group of songs, and I wasn't in it. So I don't have rehearsal till this week on Wednesday. And then, oh, there was one night. What night was that? Thursday? Y'all notice something different. If you haven't seen the Instagram or Facebook or anything else, there is one thing different about this podcast this week.
I have a bald head.
She shaved up.
And I have a bald head for a reason. I know a lot of family and friends are fighting cancers right now. And I pray for them every day, which is good. And I've done the Love and Laughter Cow, which thank you to all who have purchased.
Oh my God.
I have
y'all
donated $100 to Silly Fruit, which is awesome. That's more than I ever expected. I still have some money in my PayPal account. I'm waiting for it to get to a larger amount so that I can donate it. I was donating at $20, then I bumped it up to $30. Every $30. But that was getting to the point where I was donating every day, which is awesome. And I've noticed that sales have slowed down, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
And we knew it would.
Yeah, you can't sell, 10 patterns a day, every day, all day. Well, I wish I could. Well, I'm sure some people do, but I don't.
Yeah, some people do.
So I'm leaving that there to grow in number. But so far, it's going to be closer to $120.
Yeah.
That will be donated. So I'm really excited about that.
So thank you for all the support out there. You guys are awesome. She kept, every time I talked to her on the phone when I was at work, I sold another one. I sold 2 more.
Yep, it was really cool. So thank you everybody for purchasing the pattern and helping out Silly Fruit. Like I said, all proceeds went to Silly Fruit.
Yeah.
I didn't take any money for myself. The only thing that came out was Ravelry fees and PayPal fees. Every penny of that pattern went to Silly Fruit.
Yeah, went to Wendy.
So it was really cool. And I hope that you guys enjoy making the pattern too. I was really excited about that. But I'm off on a tangent now. Why I shaved my head.
Yeah. Now we'll get back on that track.
So like I said, I know a lot of people, and I've been praying for them. And I did the cow, and I've done charities and things as well. And I was just wanting to do more, wanting to understand as best as I can understand without actually going through cancer. Because, of course, unless you go through something, you do not have perfect understanding. But I think you can learn. I think certain situations can be similar so that you have somewhat of an understanding. And as I was praying and just really thinking, I really felt that I needed to do something bold. And bold is not who I am. So
Oh no.
to do something like shave my head is bold for anyone, but it's like 4 times as bold for me because I would never have done it.
Well, it's bold for women.
Well, it's bold for women too.
Because
but,
I shave my head all the time.
Well, it's bold for some men. Some men
Yeah.
can't imagine not having any hair. So I was really thinking and just really reflecting, and I got to thinking, well, if I had cancer, what would be my biggest fear? And my biggest fear actually wouldn't be dying. I wouldn't want to die. No one wants to die. But I'm not afraid of dying. My biggest fear would be losing my hair. So I prayed on that, and I thought on that, and I really felt led that I needed to do something this drastic. And I knew that it would not be easy. It's not. It is definitely way out there, way different. It's scary. Definitely scary. So I understand the fear, and I understand now why too people want super soft hats for chemo. Because you put something on a bald head and it's got to be soft. I put on a hat made out of Cascade 220 and it wasn't soft enough. And I don't have a problem with Cascade 220. It's not super soft, but it's not scratchy by any stretch of the means.
No.
I don't find it scratchy by any stretch of the
I
means.
actually like it.
It was not for me.
And in fact, the fear was to the point she didn't leave the house till today.
I didn't.
This was done what, Thursday?
Well, I didn't have anywhere to go yesterday, so that was part of it. But I wish I had somewhere to go because I could have just gone and gotten over with. It was a better experience than I thought. We went to Walmart and it was busy, so I was trying not to focus on people.
But I told her as we were walking out, I said, you know how many people I noticed staring at your head and the fact that you have no hair? None.
Yeah, I'm dreading going to church a little bit. Most of the people know because I follow them on Facebook, and I announced this on Facebook too, so they know. But it's still nerve-wracking for those that don't know. It's going to come as a shock, and I'm going to have questions to answer, which is something that even cancer patients face. Why? Where's your hair? What happened? Of course,
Especially
my questions are going to
kids.
be different. Why would you do something like that? I've gotten that question already, and almost everyone has been amazingly supportive with this decision, and I'm so grateful for that because I really wanted to show that it's not that big of a deal. I know for women that we have our identity, whether we want it to be or not. A lot of our identity can be wrapped up in our hair. And our appearance and how we look. And I wanted to be able to show that it's okay to rock the bald head. So that is my mission. Is to rock the bald head with pride and not let depression set in. Because I know depression can set in. And it's not really that big of a deal. Not really.
Hair grows back.
It does grow back. It's something easy. Granted, it doesn't go back fast. I will be, even just to get my hair back to where it was before I shaved it, which wasn't that long. It's going to take me 6 to 8 months. That's a long time.
And in 6 to 8 months, I'll do 5 or 6 haircuts on me.
Yeah, the average hair growth is at ½ an inch a month. So that's a lot, but it's not a lot.
Yeah.
When you figure my hair, what's up there is maybe 1/8 of an inch. That's going to take a long time to get back to the, I don't know, it was probably 5 or 6
You were
inches.
about
On top it was
4 maybe.
Yeah. But it's okay. I'm doing good with it. It is definitely weird. It was nice this morning because we had a VKN and we got up early and all I had to do was get up, get dressed, and wash my face. I didn't have to worry about my hair. But
Yeah,
no,
I
will not keep my hair this short. However, I might end up keeping it shorter than it was before, just for the ease of it.
Yeah.
But I will not go, this is too little hair for me. It's shockingly little, but it's not bad. But I could see having, an inch and a half just
Oh, yeah.
have some nice, noticeable hair. So I wanted to definitely, through this decision, show compassion and love and understanding for those who are fighting cancer and who face losing their hair, because it is terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying.
And
On
a lot
top
of
of
the people,
everything that you're going through, then you have to go through even more questions because you've lost your hair if you lost your hair.
And several of the people that we know that are fighting cancer are close to Sarah's age.
Yep. That's what really hit home for me, was how many people are right around my age, and I turned 36 this year. That's not old.
And you think, you tend to think of
Cancer
big diseases as like cancer and things like that in older
or
people.
children, because you hear about a lot
child leukemia and all of that, but you don't think about it until it hits your age group.
Yeah, so it was just something that I really felt that I needed to do to have better understanding and more compassion. And compassion and love is never a bad thing. So anything that I could do to become more loving is worth doing.
Oh, yeah.
And this was worth doing.
Thursday was the big day, too.
Yes. We went down.
On another reason.
Yeah, we went down and we got to see Doc in London. He went with me this time, so he got to meet Doc in London. And I put some pictures on Instagram and Facebook of them.
Yeah.
And I'm
They're
so excited.
Awesome. Doc
so
is
excited.
so cool.
Yeah, he's a
love
lot
that
like
dude.
Harvey.
Love that little
Is so much like Harvey. And we adopted London. She's 4. And she is Harvey and Doc's mama. So I'm really excited to have her too, because she's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, our breeder is retiring in London.
Yeah, she gets fixed a week from Monday, and we can pick her up and bring her home on the 18th, which I have just realized that I have scheduled so much stuff for the 18th.
Oh my gosh,
it's insane. I don't know what I was thinking. I totally forgot that is wedding day, so I have to deliver the cake.
We have the cake.
We have the wedding.
We
There's
could
a
pick up the
VKN.
dogs.
Yep.
There's a VKN that night.
One of our VKNs.
Yeah, one of ours. And the girls, they have the clothing ministry at the church on that Saturday. So, it's an insane Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to hope. I should be done with the cakes by Friday evening. I might be able to pick up the pups on that Friday evening, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to. I may want to try to wait until Sunday in between church.
Oh.
But I don't know if I want to do that either.
That'd make for a horrifically long day.
Yeah.
With no rest.
And granted, I could not go to the wedding. I don't have to go to the wedding. But I have to go and set up the cake.
Yeah, we do have to go and set up the
cake.
cake.
So I don't know how we're going to work it out.
And the reception's on base.
Either that, maybe talk about taking a day off that following week, a paid day off, and we can go and pick them up a couple days after that. Because I want to be able to love on them and walk them to the house and not be like, oh, here, we're so glad that you're home. Bye.
Yeah. Welcome to the house. See you later. So
that was good, though. We enjoyed that.
Yeah. And then this morning, like Sarah said, we had a VKN. It was a good time.
Yes,
got to meet another person who's been watching our podcast. So that was really nice.
Oh, yeah. Had a great time. Although we have all decided that
8
o'clock, a little early.
I still can't believe Cheryl from out in Washington joined our VKN this morning. That's early. She's 3 hours behind us.
We still want to do the VKNs in the evening.
Oh, yeah.
We're thinking of maybe doing, instead of 8 to 11, do 9 to 11.
Yeah.
Because we really need to be able to cut it off at 11 so that we can podcast.
Yeah, because if we don't, we'll be here, like now, it's
almost 2
quarter
o'clock.
to 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of late today.
Yep. Well, that's pretty much been our week.
Yeah. Our next VKN is on the 18th.
Yeah.
That busy Saturday.
That's an evening one,
that's an evening one from 7 to 10 Eastern.
I'm not promising we're going to have that one, but we're going to leave it open, and if it doesn't happen, I'll post in the group and I'll post on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. Because it may not happen.
It may not because of the wedding, because we weren't planning on recording that date anyway because of everything that was going on. So we may not have an episode next weekend. It is next week. No. Weekend after.
2 weeks.
I'm so confused. I'm like thinking that your birthday is like yesterday. And
My
it's
birthday,
not. It's next
my birthday's
Friday.
6 days.
My time is all
44.
jumbled together. I think that's...
Yeah, I'll be 44 on Friday.
Yep, and then Maddie's is 10 days after that?
Yep.
That's October.
That's one thing that happened this week, too. Maddie did her driving portion of driver's ed.
Yeah. That was cool. She still has 1 day left to do, and we told her for her birthday she can get her permit.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah.
I remember what that was like. So.
Well, I'm getting really, really sleepy now, so we need to get this show on the roll.
All right. We had some new introductions this week in the group. We had 4 people jump up and introduce themselves. So we want to give shout outs. Nitpicky in PA is Carol. Owl Stitch, who's Lori. 2 Kirby's is Catherine. And Anne Fran 25, who is Anne.
So welcome, and thank you for introducing yourself.
And she's from North Carolina. Anne Fran.
Yep.
Only a couple hours away from here. So,
Yeah.
welcome.
And if you're ever in our area or driving through our area or close to our area and you want to meet, go ahead and contact us and we will do our best to make that happen.
Yeah, even if we're just sitting around having a cup of coffee and knitting and
Or tea.
Or tea. Sorry. For you tea drinkers. I'm more of a coffee drinker. But we can sit around, have coffee, tea, whatever, knit, get to know each other.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody's in Eastern North Carolina. Let us know
And
you're
we'll
going to be
travel.
here. And
We'll travel some within reason, and of course, a lot, like I said, that depends on our schedule, but we would like to do everything in our power to make that happen.
Yep. So should we announce or should we wait till
Yes. We had our last in the apple basket for September. So that officially starts a new knit-along series.
Yes.
But we will go ahead and, that section's next. But we'll go ahead and announce our in the apple basket winner.
We had 43 entries. A little bit of everything from toys to socks.
Shawls.
There was even a tie, which I was really cool, a knitted tie. Some shawls. Y'all were knitting fools this month.
I know, and honestly, I'm going to miss seeing your guys' projects. So please share them in the groups so that I can start going and looking in the group projects. Because I got so used to just going to look to see what you guys are doing in the apple basket thread. We won't have that one now, so I'm going to miss it. So I'll have to start looking in the actual projects that are shared with the group.
So I did the random.org thing like everybody else does. We went from 2 to 44, and we came up with, there it is, number 37. So I went back through and looked at them, and I'm happy. This is awesome. This is one of them I'm going to knit. It's that cool shawl right there. The winner was James, Dancing Geek.
Yes.
Over in England.
Nice podcast. Oh, that reminds me, we have a couple of new podcasts that we watched.
We
wanted to talk about. We wanted to give a little...
Congratulations, James.
Yes.
Love your shawl. This is a Geonitrix design, Josh Ricks.
Yep. So, Dancing Geek, go ahead and send me a message on Ravelry, Apple Blossom SF, and with whatever choice of pattern you would like, up to $5, and I will get that gifted to you.
Congratulations. Okay, so new podcasts.
We watched 2 new podcasts this week.
We did.
And one that came back. Sock Bunny Knit and Fit is back. So I'm
Welcome back,
so
Kimberly.
excited.
It's
I
good
love
to have you back.
her podcast. I've been watching her since
Pretty
the
much
beginning.
since the beginning.
Yeah, actually, she and I started at about the same time, which is really cool. If we had not taken a break, a year off, we would have celebrated our 3rd year podcasting in September.
Yeah.
So, but we did. We took a year off.
Yeah.
Well, not quite a whole year, but just about a year.
Yeah, it was about 9 or 10 months.
Yeah, so we took almost a year off for health reasons,
But yeah, we needed to take that off.
Yep.
So we watched 2 new ones. We watched Little Bobbin Knits.
Yes, she's lovely.
She is lovely. She has the most soothing voice. I love listening to her.
Her name is Danny.
Danny.
Yep.
And there's a new podcast. She only put out episode 2 today, and that's Cara with the Knit All the Things podcast.
Yep. So you guys should go check out the 2 podcasts. They're both pretty much brand new podcasts. Like I said,
They're both British.
Knit All the Things is episode 2 just came out today, and Little Bobbin Knits has 4.
4.
We still have 1 episode of Little Bobbin Knits to watch.
We've watched the first 3 of hers.
Yep. So we're really excited about those.
Yeah.
They're wonderful podcasts. We're enjoying the British podcast too. It's nice to see what's going on the other side of the pond.
That's one of the things we watch when we're knitting is podcasts.
Yep.
In the evening, we'll sit down and see who's got new ones, and we have ones that we watch, and we just enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Knit and watch podcasts. It's like we're knitting with friends.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to Apple Pick and Party. All right, Apple Picking Party. We're finishing up the Outlandish Knit Along. For those of you that are still interested in doing that, you can still post pictures, and I don't know that anyone is officially still knitting. But if you are and you finish, that's wonderful. I am a big fat failure. And hang on, because I have my new knit along pattern on, and I think this is it, yeah. And this technically goes in this section. I still have somewhat of a brain, I promise. So, October started our Martina knit along, or beam. I think it's technically beam. And I apologize, there was some confusion in the group on how this knit along works.
That's my fault.
Him.
My fault.
He posted under me, and he didn't listen when I asked him to do certain things. So there was some confusion on how long the knit along is. The knit along is from October to the end of December.
Yes.
And we have some wonderful prizes for that. We have, I will donate a project bag, which this won't be the one you get, but it'll be a little one like this.
It's a perfect little sock bag.
Yeah. And it won't be this one because I'm using this one. So I will give you a new one. So we'll have a project bag like this. It may end up being one just like this, because I'm sure I still have fabric
I keep forgetting
left.
to bring a shawl pin for this.
But it will be about this size. And we have a pattern donated by SSK of Desi Loop. She donated the Happily Ever After beanie. And Matt is doing some shawl pins. And depending on how many of you participate, we may throw in some handmade buttons as well.
Yeah.
We need to mention the coupon code. Do
Yes.
we want to do that now, or do we want to talk about knitting?
It's up to you.
Let's just do it now, because I might forget.
Yeah, Benadryl will do that.
Yep.
So, SSK Desi Loop, she has a coupon code for all of y'all that are watching. And what you do is you put 2 patterns in your cart, any 2 or more patterns. You apply the code and you get one of them for free.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You buy 2, get 1 free. One of the 2 free. So the coupon code is ABEOND 2014. And we'll put it down here.
I believe it's going until
I got it. October 1 to December 31st.
Okay, so that's a nice long
So all the way to the end of the year.
coupon code, which is awesome. Thank you so much. So back
And
to,
we have the yarn.
but that's not for this knit along.
No.
That's for another. That's for our
That's- oh, yeah.
January, so we don't need to talk about that
Okay, never
anymore.
mind. Never mind.
Which, if you actually own a shop or Etsy shop, or even if you don't, you just want to donate something, you would like to donate some prizes for future knit-alongs, doesn't have to be this one. That would be wonderful. That helps offset stuff for us, and we love giving stuff away, and would love to continue giving stuff away. So, back to Apple Pick and Party. I did cast on my Martina pattern, and I am using...
Is that this one?
No. I don't even remember this yarn.
Oh.
It's been wound up for so long, and the tag is gone.
That happens when you have dogs.
I can't even tell you who this yarn is by. Oh, I do remember now. This is the yarn that I got when I went to SAF a long time ago. This is Kitchen Sinks Dye Works, and I think the name translates to strawberry milk. It's not.
Okay.
It's written in either Spanish or French. But my brain's not working enough to actually tell you what that is. But here it is. And I picked... It's not showing up very well. It's very much a light...
There you go.
A light pink. And I picked this one because Denise of the Knitting Den podcast is having Pinktober. And I thought, what a perfect way to do something that I can actually enter into a knit-along and still work for this one. And it's not two different projects. So I cast it on Lentilla, which I've only worked on this for like an hour. So I didn't get very much progress with this. But I love this pattern.
Is that short row?
It is. It's worked. There's short rows to make the little ruffle, but they're really easy short rows. And I really like this pattern. I love it. I cannot wait to work on it. I would have worked on it more, but I have some deadline knitting that I have to do.
Yep.
So that project has taken, my deadline knitting project has taken up most of my time.
But you're close to being done with that one.
Yeah, I hope so. I really am.
You're close to it. She has to get it done because
it's a gift.
It's a gift for
Marcy, our breeder. And I need to get it done so I can show it on the podcast before we have to go and pick up the putts.
Yeah. And seeing as how that's...
I have to have it done next weekend.
Yeah. She has to have it done by Friday so she can block it.
No. Well, I should block it before I show it on the podcast.
You should. You don't have to.
I wouldn't look very good about it.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is apple picking party. In the apple basket.
You got what I've got. I've got a finished object. It's getting to be that time of year where it's getting chilly. And I'm a hat guy. I always keep my head short. My head shaved pretty short. So I'm always wearing hats in the winter. And I decided to do... What is this? Cascade 220? Is this 220? Yeah. Cascade 220 in this cool brown. Are you
colorblind now too?
No, my other hat's brown. This is gray, by the way. Not brown. Gray. The Bankhead hat by Susan Gorley. Awesome, easy. You can do it slouchy. I'm not a slouchy guy, so I pull it down. Very full down. I like having a little brim. It keeps the tips of my ears warm. Real easy knit. I think it took me 3 nights. And that wasn't even trying to plow through it. It was just quick, easy knit. But I love it.
Try not to yawn.
So.
I have a few finished objects. You will not see one because I already mailed it to the person it's going to, and she got it today. I finished my pink flamingo, or my California flamingo socks.
From Sock Bunny Studio.
Yep, yarns from Sock Bunny Studios. I have a picture on my project page, and you've seen them before since I've been talking about
black and pink with sparkly.
Yeah. And I finished a cowl this week as well. I was gifted this pattern, which is Midnight Garden by Lim Knit Crochet, for my birthday, and it was a gift from Dawn Knit and Wolf. So I cast it on out of hand spun, and I believe that No Two Snowflakes is the dyer, and I love it. It's a good size. It's like perfect size.
Yeah.
more of like, I don't know. I like that it sits wide enough to be more scarf-like.
Yeah.
But I like that you can wear it this way and it's drapey and fun and soft. Oh, so soft. This is some merino silk.
Oh, nice.
I love merino silk. It's like my favorite yarn on the planet. If you had to tell me that I could knit with one fiber and one fiber or fiber combination, I would pick merino silk.
I've never done anything other than wool and acrylic.
Yeah. And
that's just me.
Because I am now hairless, so to speak, I too needed a hat because it's getting a little chilly in the morning. So I casted on a hat for me yesterday. I was so tired yesterday. This hat, which I can whip out usually in an hour and a half, took me 4 hours because I was so tired. But it is a crocheted hat, and this is the Evelyn Beanie by Danielle Pink. And I have done this hat so many times, and I don't have them on my project page because it's a pretty easy pattern, but it's my favorite. I love it. So
I don't know. To me, it looks like a bath cap, like a swimming cap.
yeah,
Just because of the colors and the shape of it.
Crochet hats are.
It looks like
They have a different shape
cap.
to them. It's a tight fit. It's a tight hat.
Yeah, you have like no room in it.
I have some, but I'm okay with it. And the
Whereas
yarn.
mine.
I do prefer knitted hats, but I wanted something super quick. Maybe I would have been better off knitting, but I wanted something super quick. And I was really hoping to have it done in like an hour and a half, and it didn't do that. The yarn is Cyborg's Craft Room. I don't know the name of her worsted base, but it's worsted weight. And this is the Without Borders.
Without Borders.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty
That
good.
was for Lemnet Crochet's friend, in memory of her friend Josh.
Yep, from a couple years.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
I knit my Molly the Turtle out of it, and I had enough left over for a hat, which is awesome. So those are my finished objects.
This is mine.
Yeah. Now we can move on to
Blooming
apples. Went a little bit crazy this week.
Yeah, you did.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I don't know.
Put me on the spot. Think.
What if I wanted you to think of something? Your brain's addled by Benadryl. I sit there and go, think. I'll go first. I don't care. It's fine.
Then go.
Okay. Didn't touch my Gilbert scarf. Sorry, Grace. I got distracted. Made my hat. Started another one. I am doing an impromptu knit along. I think there's 2 of us involved. Cara of the Knit All the Things podcast was starting one. She had yarn wound up watching us from last week and said that it was going to be a sockhead hat. I mentioned that I'd never made one, and that was the next one I wanted to do. She goes, well, let's have a knit along. Okay. So, found some yarn. And I was going to make socks out of these, but I think the color lends more to a hat than it does to socks. But this is Heritage hand paints?
Cascade Heritage.
Cascade Heritage hand paints. Ooh. In these really cool brown
That's
tonals.
really true to color.
Yeah, there's dark and medium and light. The light's almost to a gray with the brown. So I cast this on Wednesday. And love it. That's really showing up well. And the cool thing is, even though it's pooling like that, if you flip it around, it pools the same way on the other side. So,
I think
loving
that's
it.
part of the beauty of the sockhead hat. Is the yarns do pool in nice patterns.
In odd ways, which is really cool. And
I want to
that's
do
the-
it too.
Yeah, that's the Sockhead hat by Kelly McClure of Boho Knits.
I was gifted some yarn this week, and I left it over there.
It's over there on the dining room table.
I'll have to show it later.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
And then I'm still working on my Miami socks, which these are now twisted up. Yeah, they are. There we go. I'll get it. Wisdom Yarns Miami sock.
I think that's the Everglades colorway.
I don't know. It says Miami on the tag.
I know. I think colorway is Everglades.
I'm making these for Sarah. She wants an afterthought heel. I got to get to some ungodly length on it.
Not that far.
I don't know how long she told me. It's in a text message on my phone. So I'll figure it out. I'll just stop at some point and be like, here, you'll wear it. Like it or not. It may be knee-high socks by the time I get
No.
there.
Knee-high socks, you have to do calf shaping.
I don't have calf shaping. I'm wearing...
They don't go up to your knees.
They're pretty close. They're
They're
pretty
cotton
close.
commercial socks.
Yeah.
It's different.
So?
Different.
Okay. Fine. So they won't be that long. They'll be short cuff or short leg. Because Sarah doesn't like long socks too much.
No. All right.
But that's my... Oh, and the Ranger never got even looked at. I didn't even look at it.
Bad man. He has not pulled that out in a month.
Yeah. And the weather's getting cooler. So I should jump on it.
Yeah, you should.
Because tonight it's supposed to be like 45 degrees outside.
I know. If I thought I could remotely finish my sweater between tonight and tomorrow so I could wear it, I would. That ain't happening.
Which sweater?
My green one.
Oh, yeah.
I actually did work on that this week. Well, I worked on a lot of things this week, and I casted on a lot of things this week. And I just didn't work on one project, which is pretty good. I didn't work on my To the Moon and Back socks, but I need to because I need to get them done. And I didn't work on my ugly quilt either. I worked on that in a couple weeks because I've been distracted. But that's a long-term project, so that's fine.
There's no hurry on that one.
I did work on my Poems blanket that I'm using Universal Yarns in Poems sock. This is the second skein. This blanket is one that is inspired by a Noro blanket. Of course, I didn't have the pattern. It was a book. It was a Granny Square. It's not hard to figure out. So this is skein number 2. This is a rainbowy one, which I like.
Yeah, that one's kind of
So I'm picking 10 different skeins, and that's skein 2. I need to buy another skein soon because I'm almost done with this one. Or I will be almost done with this one, and then I won't have any more yarn because I only had 2 in stash. But this is it so far.
somewhere I'm back here.
Yeah. So this pinky and purpley one is the first one. You can see I've got 4 rounds done in the new color. I'm sure as they get more done, you'll get to see it. But it'll be not long before this blanket is way too big to show
Oh,
on the
it'll be
podcast.
massive.
But I'm loving it, and I agree with Kimberly. She is knitting with some plum sock, and it's a 1-ply, and it's not very soft. It's not my favorite yarn. I would never, ever, ever, ever wear it for socks, and I don't particularly think I'd wear it for a shawl or a hat, or for me, I wouldn't even wear it for a hat. It's not super scratchy, but it's not...
For a sock yarn, it's not...
It's not uber soft either.
Yeah, I wouldn't make a sock out of it.
But perfect for a blanket. So I'm happy. And I have another skein of this and another skein of the pinky one. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I may just donate them.
Yeah.
Make them prizes or something. I don't know. We'll
You
see.
never know. That'd be a nice little prize.
Yeah, so
And
that
some
is
plum
that.
socks.
What should I
What
show
else
next?
you got next?
I have a lot.
Yeah.
I'm doing my Make Your Own Sock Club, where I had put in 12 skeins of yarn into bags.
Emma.
Well, Emma. Well, I ended up going through and changing.
You cheated. You're not supposed to look at the sock club.
I don't look. I just pick. But I did look at what was in the bags all at once. And then I put new stuff in. Just kept picking the same yarn. I was like, I just did this yarn.
I don't have enough sock yarn to do one pair a month for a year.
I've got enough to do it a couple
You
times.
do. You can do that for
Well,
till the rapture comes.
Well, anyway, I started my October socks. And I'm loving these. This yarn is Trekking XXL, and it's been in my stash forever and a day.
You know, like purples and
It's
pinks
purple and pink, and it's doing a nice little pattern, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of...
It's not stripes, but they're like
quick stripes.
Dashes of stripes. And they're really, really cool. And I really, really like them. And I have like an inch to go before I'm ready at the heel. And when I started on this, I knit on them during the VKN. I had the cuff and a tiny bit done.
See, that
so
shows
this
how
is
much
like
faster you are than I am.
Just a couple hours. I don't even think I worked on these for 2 hours.
3 inches in 2 hours.
Yeah. My sockhead hat, that's not even at 3 inches yet.
Mm.
And I think on that one, it's supposed to be 4.
For the ribbing, but I'm gonna stop at 3.
And
I'm tired of 2x2.
I love this bag. This one's like my favorite bag. This is
What'd
bird
you
leg bags.
Oh, bird leg.
And it's my only fall color bag.
Yeah. And it's
And
got
I
the
love
like
it.
a little carabiner on it too.
It does. Yep.
Nice.
I love her bags.
That way you can hang it.
I need to get more of her bags.
That's awesome.
That requires a budget that I don't have.
And then there's the
little owl.
owl zipper pull.
It's not. Well, it helps if I show the face, huh?
There you go.
But I love this bag. So I pulled this yarn out of my stash because I bought it also a couple years ago. And this is way totally out of my comfort zone.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So out of my comfort zone.
We're out of focus.
We are.
We're out of focus. Bring your yarn in. Show your yarn. And then it'll
Anyway,
refocus.
Gnome Acres. This game's like
Which is awesome yarn, by the way.
This is Monster Kerfuffle. I love, 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 love this yarn.
That's
and
one of my favorite words.
Sparkly. Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle is one of my favorite words.
And this is...
Thank you, Denise, because you used it in a podcast episode.
Yeah. And I love the teal. And I love the pinky purple in there. I am not a fan of orange. Orange is not my color.
Orange is not one of your colors. However...
I love this orange. And I love the combination.
With the purple and the blue, I think it works really well.
And I'm just about ready for the
And there's sparkly in it, too.
It's sparkly.
I don't know if you can see sparkles.
I don't know if I can see sparkles either. I think I'm going to make this one the front of the sock.
Yeah, because the back would just be
And the back.
that.
It started out in this lovely spiral, and I'm like, yay, it's going to spiral all around. And it's kind of doing it. It's kind of doing here, and then now it's starting to shift directions and go back the other way a bit. So I still like them. Yeah, I think this is going to be the back.
No orange whatsoever.
I know.
Backside.
But I love
And I
it.
told her you could go like halfway around.
Yeah.
And
I could've.
kind of do it that way.
I could have gone like this. But I don't like that either, so it's just weird to me. So I didn't do that. So my Monster Kerfuffle socks.
Kerfuffle.
They're
That's such an awesome word.
Second pair of October socks. I love them. I guess I can go ahead and I can show. You won't see a whole lot of difference, but I did work one evening on my green sweater.
The green monster.
This is the one where I'm doing the custom fit pattern from Amy Herzog's website, Custom Fit Make Wear Love. I think that's the name of it.
Yeah, Make Wear Love.
So I have this. This is my Cascade Heritage paints. And I'm incorporating the Waves design, which is that ruched type ruffle on the front. And I'm getting close to the underarms.
Yeah, you are.
So, and I need to get a move on this because I just paid for another month and I've only knit half of a sweater. And my goal was to try and knit, hopefully, most of a sweater so that I can keep my membership. I want to try and keep it at about a sweater a month. Or a sweater every other month would still make it worth it. So that is this. Not much progress. But I need to whip it out because, like Matt said, it is getting chilly. I don't have very many sweaters left anymore.
I don't either. I think tomorrow will be a sweatshirt to church.
You could wear your Gustin.
I could. Now that I've lost weight too, it'll fit better.
And then I casted on another Love and Laughter cowl. I really love this yarn. I posted it on Instagram and I called this Unwind Yarn Company because I don't have a tag and I don't think it was a tag. I don't know if I ever got a tag with it. It was a Two Crafty Girls club shipment.
Not Unwind.
It's not Unwind. It's another Crafty Girl. So I said that wrong. And I think the colorway is called Waves. I had to do some research for that.
It's based on a painting.
And these are so my colors. I love blues. Blues and pinks and purples and gray. I love gray. So I got the first section. First section is done. First eyelet smocking section. I got a second eyelet section. And I'm starting on the second smocking section. This pattern goes incredibly fast.
However, tell them the story about Thursday with it.
Thursday, we were busy. We were running around. And I'm like, oh, I need to grab my knitting as we were on our way to Wilmington to go visit the dogs. And we get in the car and I'm just relaxing, going, oh, I don't have to drive this time. Matt's driving. I'm going to knit. And I'm knitting and chatting and knitting and chatting and knitting and chatting. All the way down. Stop for dinner, have dinner, put it down in the car. And we visit the dogs, get in the car, start knitting, and go, oh man, I messed up. And actually I still have like another round and a half to tink because I messed up part of the second smocking section.
A round and a half out of three that she had to tink backwards.
Yeah.
So
He used to say everything
stuff
that I knit Thursday on the way to Wilmington was getting ripped out on the way back from Wilmington, and I'm about back to where I was before I even left for Wilmington.
You'd have been better off just leaving it at the house.
Yeah.
Bring a pair of socks or something.
No progress. The next one is, I gotta pull it up because I forgot who the name of the designer is, and I tried to. Where's that? My head is itchy. I feel my hair growing. I think that's why my head is.
What have you been smoking? You can feel your hair. Wow.
My hair is growing.
Can feel it growing.
Actually,
But
I think it's just because
I got the
I can
pleasure of
feel-
cutting all that stuff.
yeah,
out.
and there was pictures on Instagram, and I will put them in the end credits. He had an evil look at one point. He was a little
Because I've joked
happy.
for years, Sarah or the girls will go, I need a haircut. I'll cut it. Because I got clippers, I'll cut it. Well, this time I finally got to cut it. So
Never again. Ever again. Anyway, my next pattern, which is my deadline knitting, was a birthday gift as well. This was from Die Cat. And thank you so much. I love this pattern, and I will be knitting it again for me at some point. But for now, this one's a gift. It is called Sprig of Hope, and it's by Robin Weist. And this is the first page of the pattern, but there's not any information, so I can show you these. It's so pretty. So pretty. Anyway, the proceeds from this pattern go towards autism awareness. Yeah. And this is going to Marcy, who is a friend. She's the lady that breeds our dogs. And she, by this point, is a friend because we have gotten now 10 dogs from her because Harvey lost. We lost Harvey. Which she gave us this week. She gave us a condolence card from the vet, which was awesome.
And it was cool because it was all of the vet techs and the vet and all of them, they hand wrote personal little notes in there.
Yeah. So I cast it on, and I am using Deluxe DK. Is it Deluxe DK?
I don't know.
It's
I know the color though.
It's a universal yarn. I think it's under their universal. It might be under their wisdom name. I am so bad right now.
I know the color though.
But it's a DK Superwash. It's called, and the colorway is Teal Viper.
Yep.
And I'm almost done with my first skein. And I'm almost done. If you want to hold that.
You almost poked me in the eye with the needle.
I'm sorry. Not really.
Almost poked me with the needle right in the eye. Oh, my ring's falling off.
So I'm almost done with the last stockinette portion, and then there's a an eyelet section, and then the border, the attached border. So it's gone really fast because I cast it on this week. And like I said, this is deadline knitting, so this has been my focus for the past couple of days. I haven't knit on hardly anything else. So my goal is to get that section done. And of course now I'm at 200, almost 230 stitches, so it's taking forever to go across the row. Or at least it feels like forever.
I know how you feel.
So I'll get that done.
Because the sock head's 144 of 2x2 ribbing.
For 4 inches.
Yeah, I can do that in my sleep now.
Probably.
I don't, because I'll end up thinking back in the morning and ruining everything. So
I need to figure out how to knit in my sleep. Be a lot more productive.
if you could come up with a way to do that, you would make millions.
I know. Let's patent it.
Because everybody out there would want to know how you did it, and they would pay money to do it.
I just need to transform into Molly Weasley and just...
Knit by magic.
Yeah, knit by magic. Well, I didn't get any buttons this week.
Nope.
Done. And we didn't get a chance to take any pictures of buttons.
Nope.
So we didn't put anything in the shop.
Nope.
But hopefully we will get some progress done on the shop. I've got all the prices for the buttons. I haven't figured out shipping. And honestly, I haven't had a chance to even remotely think about what to charge for shipping.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm really bad at shipping. And I don't want to say it's free. But maybe I'll do, like, the first update. I'll do, like, free shipping in the U.S. or something. That'll give me an idea of what shipping should be.
Yeah.
And then I just got to figure out international shipping. Because I really don't want to...
International can be expensive.
I know. Ooh. But I don't want to, you know, overcharge people. Which I wouldn't. If I ever had a price that wasn't right, I would...
We'd fix it.
I'd fix it and I'd refund your money. So
yeah.
I would never overcharge you. That's not fair. But my shipping prices includes like shipping and handling. It's a shipping and handling fee. Which handling fee makes you pay a little extra because you're paying for the envelope.
Yeah, instead of just shipping.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get that done. But that's all we have, and
yeah,
I'm ready for a nap.
So the rest of you that haven't introduced yourself, come over and introduce yourself. We'll give you the shout out.
Yes.
If you're not a member of the group,
please join.
Join the group. Wanted to say thank you. We had a bunch of people join up this week in the group.
Yep. We are at 226 members in the group. We are going to do a 300 member giveaway as soon as we get to 300 members. And we're also going to do a 300 subscriber.
I thought it was 250 subscriber.
I thought we said 300.
I don't remember. Okay, 300.
When we get to 300 YouTube subscribers,
Spartans.
We're going to...
be like Sparta. 300. Gotta have the 300. So 300 members in the group will do a giveaway. 300 subscribers on YouTube will have a giveaway. I think we picked up 8 subscribers this week. So y'all really stepped up. We're getting closer.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
If you have questions for us, by all means, ask. We have no problem. Oh, I won't do it this week. Maybe I'll do it next week.
Oh, no.
I was challenged.
You bet.
No, I'm not doing it this week.
You don't have to
so
do
I'm
it
not
this
ready.
week, but you do have to mention the challenge.
Yarn Yacker, in the thread from last week's podcast, said, basically, that y'all remember a few episodes ago, we tried to get Madison to sing for us. And no amount of bribing, begging, pleading,
Threats of crucifying.
threats of bodily injury. No, I'm kidding. Blackmail. Only partially kidding. Money.
That's bribe.
Oh no, because I can bribe her with like cake. Nothing would get her to sing on this podcast.
Ooh, I need dessert.
That's because you've been smoking something that's making your hair feel like your hair's growing. That's why you need dessert. The after effects of whatever you've been smoking that made you feel like your hair's growing. Anyway, Yarn Yacker says, you mentioned a few episodes ago that you couldn't get your daughter to sing. And now that you're in this musical program, why don't you sing? Not this week.
What else comes along with that? We are going to do a challenge.
We may do a challenge just to, as a support kind of thing for Wendy, Silly Fruit. You know, just to show our support. And it was suggested that I call out 3 podcasters to perform something on their podcast, whether it's play a musical instrument or sing,
or do
a dramatic reading. I don't know.
Do something bold. Shave your head.
Yeah.
So we will think of 3 names and we'll be calling you out next week.
Yep. And I will sing.
And the challenge is to also not to do it just to do it, but support. Make a donation to Wendy's GoFund page.
GoFundMe.
Yep. And
Which is doing
whatever
quite
amount
well.
that you want to donate to her, I'm sure would be greatly appreciated, and we won't be saying anything. Or you can also purchase a pattern for support. There are many people who are doing patterns.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have the Love and Laughter Cow. Fibertown Designs has some patterns. I know Limlet Crochet is having some patterns where proceeds are going. And I think this next week from the 6th to the 12th, Daniela is also
Even I know that.
having a portion of her proceeds are going to Silly Fruit. So there's lots of opportunities to do that. Or if you don't want to donate to Silly Fruit, donate to another cancer fund or another charity, and let's raise some money. I personally would prefer a cancer fund because we know so many people going through any different type of cancers.
Oh my gosh,
So,
yes.
Yeah. So we will be challenging.
I know 2 in this community.
Yeah.
In the knitting community, not our community.
Well, we know a couple in this community too.
Yeah, we do.
So we will be challenging some of you podcasters next time. Sweet.
We'll see.
And before I go totally loopy crazy, we need to end this podcast.
Yes, we do. So come on over to the group, say hi, post your pictures, introduce yourself, ask questions, join the group. Because you can't win a prize if you're not a member of the group.
Sure. And if you get selected for a prize, you have 3 weeks to claim your prize before it is null and void.
Yep. So, I think that's it.
I think so.
From me and the kiwi fruit here, who can feel her hair growing.
Stop.
I've never heard anybody. I can feel it growing.
Under the influence of Benadryl.
You're under the influence of something.
I don't take prescription. I don't take prescription.
Yes, you do. You take your.
Well, I'm metformin, but that doesn't
Metformin.
count. But I don't take drugs. I don't take over-the-counter medications.
Not very often, no.
Yeah. And I will, like I said, warning, this podcast is...
This podcast has been brought to you by the side effects of Benadryl.
All right. Bye for now.
Y'all have a good week. See you next week.